What is it about him that made him so famous that his name is still a buzzword?
Best thing to happen to mass murder since Manson.
Yeah. Oh, hi, boys. I'm Charlie Manson.
Charles Manson, the father, his family.
TV is evil. You know, I hear that Manson guy watches it in jail all day long.
People still remember him, and there are Charles Manson T-shirts, and there are bands that are dedicated to him.
The name Marilyn Manson came from realizing that Marilyn Monroe and Charles Manson, to me, were the most memorable people from the 60s for their own separate reasons.
He represents a counterbalance to all of the illusions that were prevalent in the 60s. He's the guy who brought it all down to earth. No, we weren't all going to San Francisco with flowers in our hair. His legend, his enduring fame, is mysterious and yet understandable too. I think they think he was an outlaw, maybe even politically, attacking the rich, but what he was really like was a frightening sociopath who really was in it for his own goals and nobody else's. Charles Manson was born in 1934, and by the time he was 13 years old, he had a criminal record that included armed robbery and burglary. He spent many years in prison, and by the time he arrived on the cultural scene in the 1960s, he could pass easily for a kind of outlaw, almost cool character who wanted to be a musician. He had developed many tricks for manipulating people. Oddly enough, one of the seminal things that he read was Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And he actually used the techniques in that book to help recruit acolytes, a group of attractive women who were willing to do anything for him and who he used as bait to gain access to people in show business like the Beach Boys that never would have accepted him, I don't think, at any other period of time. He famously moved into Dennis Wilson's house and ran up huge bills and emptied the refrigerator. The crimes that put him on the map began with his desire to get even with someone who had not wanted to record him and make him famous. He was looking for Terry Melcher, who was a music business guy, at a house on Cielo Drive in Coldwater Canyon. And Terry Melcher didn't live there anymore. It happened by chance that the director, Roman Polanski, and his wife, Sharon Tate, who was very pregnant and about to give birth almost, were living in the house when the Manson gang got there. Sharon Tate and several other people were viciously slaughtered. She was stabbed in the stomach. Pig was written on the walls of the house in blood. It was just a savage crime committed against people who just thought they were absolutely safe and thought violence was in Vietnam and in other places, but not here. Not in California. Not among the rich. The idea that those people were not safe just sent shockwaves through the country and woke up the country to the fact that there was an evil lurking there and that it was an evil beyond what anybody imagined. His legend and really the mythology that has arisen around him will outlive him, I think, and people who worship him, even now, see only the good side and don't really know much about him, I don't think. They didn't have the full sense of what a sociopath he was and what a coward he was, too, in using other people to commit the crimes that he wanted committed and to do his bidding.